Hey everybody, it's Christy at Hooks and Horseshoes. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I greatly appreciate it. Today I want to talk about my Stitching with Yarn project, the yarn that I have been gifted and the yarn that I have purchased from Christy over at Stitchin With Yarn. I made a blanket out of it. The goal was to use up all the yarn I had in the one blanket. But as I've said in the past, I struggle with the quantity and the yards and, the how much yarn this will take me and all that stuff. If I could go back, I'd probably do it a little bit different so that I could use up all the yarn. But as it stands, I still have 3 cakes, which, they come in hanks. Let me show you. So the yarn, unless you request that unless you request that the yarns be caked up, they come in hanks. They look like this. This is one of her yarns that I haven't caked up. I think they consider it a mini skein. But this is one of the ones I had left over. I had 3, and then this is one. This is Kaleidoscope. I do know that this is Kaleidoscope. It's really pretty. Her yarn is amazing. It's wonderful to work with. I think this might be Tulip Fields or something like that. This is one of the things where I wish I had spent a little bit more time writing the names down or marking the ball bands so that I could point to a yarn in the blanket and be like, this is such and such, and this is such and such. I can't do that. A couple of them I might be able to, but because I didn't organize it the way I should have, I can't do that. And then this is the last one. Aren't they pretty colors? So those are the 3 that I have left. Her yarn is, let me get my glasses on. This is one of her ball bands. It's bent, but you can overlook that. This is Stitching with Yarn. And you see the numbers. I did try to go back and, oh, y'all, I was repotting a plant a while ago and I didn't clean my nails out. Anyway, so this is her ball band, and the yarn is merino worsted superwash merino wool. Anytime I've gotten yarn from her, I usually get the worsted weight. I think there were a couple in here that were, what's it called? No, it's the ones that's just a little bit smaller. Is it sport weight? Anyway, so that's our ball band, and these are the 3 cakes that I had left. And then the one mini skein. I had enough yarn that it was overflowing out of this container, even after I caked it up. The hanks filled this up, and then I caked it up, and it overflowed out of this. So, yeah. What I wish I had have done was spent a little bit more time organizing the yarn better so that, like I said, I could point to the yarn in the blanket and be like, this is this is this. Obviously, I can't do that on all of them. All right, so the blanket is the Granny Stripe blanket. It's the pattern I think I found on Ravelry. I didn't follow the pattern verbatim because I added some white yarn to separate the colors, which also came from Christy in my birthday box this year. And it's Pixie Dust, Premier's Pixie Dust. So I took this yarn. I don't know if you can see the sprinkles on it. A little shiny. I call them sprinkles, but the sparkles. So I took this yarn, and in between each different colorway, I put a single crochet of the Pixie Dust, and then I started the next yarn. I think it's 8 rounds of a border, which is just it's the granny stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Yeah, 8 rounds. But this is the blanket. This color right here is used, this color right here is used on both ends. So I started with this and ended with this. Some of the yarn, some of the colorways I had multiples of. And so I ended it with this yarn and started it and ended it with this colorway. And you can see, let me show you, let's see if you can see all 8 rows. But I went around as much as I thought. Okay. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. The granny stripe blanket is what this is. So I just worked each cake back and forth. And then when I didn't think that what was left on that cake would make another row, I'd cut the yarn, roll that up, and I'd put it to the side. And so then I would come in with the white and do a row of single crochet. And then I would start with the next color and do the same thing back and forth. And then when I didn't think the yarn would go another round or row, I'd cut that yarn. So I haven't measured it, so I don't know. I'm going to try to show you each row. But I love how it turned out. It's got a good bit of weight to it. I can't see. Let's stand to the side. It would definitely fit a twin size bed comfortably, or perfect, probably with some overhang. Some of the yarn would go make more rows than others, and I think that's where I had some of the sport weight yarn. I love how it turned out. Y'all, this thing's got some weight to it. It's giving me a workout. And like I said, this is the end of this is the last colorway, and it's the same as the beginning. And then the 4 rows. And I just went on the rounds, on the edging, I just went round and round and round. I think I did 3 chains. You know, I did 2 chains in the corner stitch. I did 2 granny stitches in the corner stitch with a separated by 3 chains to give it that, you know, so it wouldn't pull, so the blanket wouldn't pull. I'm sweating, y'all. I'm gonna turn my little fan on. But I have not washed it. I love this blanket. It's beautiful. It's been sitting on the back of my couch. I love the blanket. Like I said, Christy did an amazing job. And the yarn, okay, sorry, I got sidetracked. The yarn that was left over, you know, because it wouldn't go back another row. I made butterflies and crosses out of. So let me show you those. So like I said, as I would go back and forth, and then if I didn't think what was left on that cake would make another round, I'd snip it and roll that up and put it to the side. And I made butterflies out of that. So here's one. There's 2. Get my hair off of it. There's 3. And some of these don't have magnets on them yet. These have magnets. Some of them have magnets and some don't. This is really pretty. I'm sorry, I got a text. I was looking at that text, but I love how some of these really, I mean, all of them turned out good. All of them turned out good. There's one with a magnet. There's the Christmas colors. See, that's just so pretty. Yeah. These are like kind of fall colors. Really pretty. And then I like that one. So I done showed you that, those. And I had, like I said, I made the, some of these I had extra, a lot more extra yarn, so I just kept making them. Just kept making butterflies. And then I made some crosses. I made some crocheted crosses with some of the leftover yarn. I think I'm gonna make them bookmarks, put like a chain some, and then make a little tassel, make a little bookmark. Those are really quick and easy to make. Yeah. And I think the yarn is small enough that eventually, you know, if you put it in a book, it'll flatten them out a little bit. But yeah, so I made those with the leftover yarn. The cakes that I didn't use, I don't know. I may hold on to them until I get more yarn from her, because I'm sure I'll buy more yarn over time. And I'll just wait till I get another good number up and do another project. The goal was to use all of the yarn in one project. That didn't happen. That's okay. I'm learning as I go. You know, this crochet journey is a learning process, and I learn something new all the time. But anyway, Christy, again, thank you so much for making such beautiful yarn. You did an amazing job, and I really appreciate you and our friendship. So, like I said, if you want to go check her out, I'll leave the link in the description box below. Just click on that. And if you have any other questions or comments or anything, just leave them down there in the comment section. I will also leave my email in the description box. And I think that's it. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.